Welcome to Living the Empowered Life. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content that's empowering, encouraging and inspiring. So if this is the type of content you need in your life, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any new uploads. And if you like the content that I share, please hit the like button. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about two books I couldn't finish. Usually on this channel, I do book reviews. There is always something that I can take away from the books that I do read, whether it's about improving myself, adopting new ideas. But these two books here, I just found impossible to read. So the first book I want to share with you is this book called Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King, How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness. I bought this book on eBay. I paid about £7.59 for it. And the reason I bought this book is because I saw on the Amazon reviews when I was looking for other personal development, self-development books that people seem to like it. I thought, well, it's the type of book that I usually go for, a lovely classy looking book. And if you watch my other videos, you know that I like book covers that look like this. I read about 2 chapters of this book and I just couldn't get into it. To me, it just seemed like his ideas and the things that he was talking about just seemed a little bit shallow. Also as well, when he was talking about letting it go to the universe and the universe giving back to you, to me, it just seemed a bit absurd. I don't know if that's really to do with my faith, because I am a born again Christian and I believe that it is the creator, the living God, that gives things to us when we pray or ask him for it, rather than the created thing that he created, i.e. the universe, giving us those things. Now, I do believe that self-love is a key to many things, but I don't believe that self-love is the key to unlocking greatness. Self-love is important in being able to decide for your life the types of things that you want, but I don't think it's the be all and end all. And I think if we center things only on ourselves, that everything we want comes from within, I don't really think that is realistic. As I mentioned, I do believe that in order to get the things that are purposed and willed for our life comes from the living God. The only other thing I can say that was good about this book is that it did have good topic headers to talk about. So, you know, looking at things like, you know, your goals, the people that you surround yourself with, you know, taking time out, finding inspiration. I do really think that these were good chapter title headings to have, but as I said, I just couldn't really get into the things that he was talking about to do with them, just because I believe that his concepts were different to mine. So another thing I liked about this book was the typeface. I love the font that he's done the book in. Really simple to read, easy on the eye. And I know that it will go against popular opinion because I do see people posting this book a lot on Instagram, and I have seen other people talk about this book and give it really glowing reviews. But there are also people out there that don't like the book as well. But I think each to their own. I don't really sign up to the whole new age concept of this book. But yeah, this is a book that I wasn't really fond of. Another book I want to talk to you about today is this book by Michael Stowecki. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This book is called A Personal Mission Statement. I paid about £6.59 for this book on Amazon. Even with the last book I was just reviewing, it did seem a little bit over the odds for what I usually pay. But as I've mentioned before, it seems like with the penny books or the books for £1 are few and far between now, because a lot of people, I guess, are picking up on the fact it's better to buy secondhand books. And I saw there was only a few copies left. So I thought, okay, let me give it a go. Now, I bought this book because I am trying to figure out my own personal mission statement. And I wanted to get a book to guide me in the right direction. Now, I don't usually like to say bad things about other authors because I am my author myself. I know the amount of time and effort it takes into creating a piece of written work and, you know, the thought that goes behind it. But I have to say, this book is one of the worst books I have ever read. This book was so badly written that I got to about page 20 and put the book down. I couldn't really get into the flow of what the book was supposed to be about, even though I saw that he had some good things in there about personal statements. But the way that it was written made it very difficult to understand. It really wasn't about the content, but it was about the way that the content was laid out. Long paragraphs, copy and pasted URLs that are not spaced out in the book, really bad grammar. This to me seems like a book that was written by him but not given to an editor to edit the book. This is something that I do with my own books. Yes, I have my own style of writing and I think that I'm an okay writer, but I do contract other people like editors to help me make sure that my book is the best it can be before it goes into the open market. If you're somebody who's thinking of writing a book and just thinking, okay, I'm going to write and that will make me an author, there is a lot more to the process. And this is something that is missing in this book. It's a shame really, because I really wanted to get into this book, but I just couldn't. It was just too difficult with the way that it was written. And this is a reminder for me as I go forward and write other books to be mindful of how the reader will interpret my work, because if they can't read it, then they're going to put down the book. And this may possibly also lead to the reader leaving a bad review. I don't like to waste money. It's not a book I can really pass on to anybody. It will just be stuck here in my collection. So these are just two books that I couldn't finish for very different reasons. Let me know below if you have read either of these books and what was your experience of reading them. Or if you've read a book, what was the reason why you couldn't finish it?